From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spar on the radio.
Hello to Vauxy. How are you today?
I'm really good, really good. How are you, Ruben?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for letting me chat to you today. So, can you tell me all about the Ultimate Artist Program?
Yes, so the Ultimate Artist Release Program is set up by the Songwriting Academy, and it's the first one set up by the co-founder of the Songwriting Academy, Martin Sutton, who's a multi-platinum winning songwriter and producer himself. So he basically created this program which supports independent artists to know how to release their music professionally. So through a series of online meetings, we get together with there's 15 artists in total, all from different parts of the world, and we all learn about the various different aspects of the music industry that an artist needs to know to release their music. So they look at everything from honing your brand to looking at matching you with a hit songwriter that really will resonate with you as a person, and that they feel you'll kind of have the most a really strong rapport with. And you work with people who are really highly specialized in the industry in PR. So you look at everything from a press release in terms of how to send out your press release to radio stations and broadcast. They look at that really critical issue of timing. So the lead-in time before your single is released. And you even cover things like video production and your social media strategy, and the all-important things that artists need to know to ensure that they get paid for their work as songwriters, is joining things like the Performing Rights Society and the PROs in the countries for where people are based, or be that ASCAP or BMI in the US. So they ensure that you also look at things like your songwriting agreements and splits with your co-writers. So you very much feel supported in terms of the legalities of being a songwriter in the industry, that can ensure they are bringing their professional selves to the industry and able to feel very confident in what they are doing and how they're connecting with their audience as well. So it's a fantastic program where they're so encouraging and supportive of you as a person and your journey, and continuously give you those little nudges to keep you on track with a timeline of activities that you need to be doing, so you feel you're making really great progress, little by little every day. So by the end of the culmination, you have a song with a hit songwriter that you can feel proud to release, that really connects with your own personal life story and experience. And it's just kind of once in a lifetime opportunity, really. And for me, it's been really life changing and just a huge learning curve. And I feel a lot more confident now about putting my music out there in future, be it a single or an EP or an album. So I'm really thankful to Martin Sutton and the team, and Jeff, Karen, and Kat for this experience, and supporting me to becoming a great artist that I have the ambition to be.
So, what made you join the Songwriting Academy in the first place?
I saw an advert that just appeared one day on my Facebook, and it said that this Songwriting Academy we have sold 1 billion records, and that sort of fact, as somebody myself who is in marketing, I thought, wow, you know, these people, they know what they're talking about. And then I looked into it a bit more and understood that they were award-winning songwriters who have themselves started from the beginning and built up to selling on average 30 million records per mentor or more. So, you know, I knew I would be learning from the best, and it really encouraged me to understand what they were about. And it's just been the best thing that I could have ever done in terms of the friendships I've made that I think would be lifelong. And I'm actually due to go to a networking event through people I've met at the Songwriting Academy in Cannes soon. So I'm really looking forward to that, and meeting more people in the industry. So it's kind of exciting where things can go, and through those connections, which they encourage you at the Songwriting Academy. It's through making those personal connections through networking that are really important, that you don't know where a conversation will lead, either creatively or more from maybe a business sense of who you could be working with next. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Amazing organization. I'd highly recommend it for anybody who wants to learn about songwriting. They're just incredible.
So, can you tell me more about your singer-songwriting background? What got you into becoming a singer-songwriter?
Well, I just have always loved singing, but I had this burning ambition to sing songs of my own, and didn't know how to go about it. And the Songwriting Academy really sort of nurtured me through that process, from a boot camp that I did for a week, where I really sort of got my drive to learn as much as I could, and it encouraged me to want to join the academy for a full year, to really benefit from the masterclasses, from production, from songwriting, construction, to the full range of skills that you need, from your social media to ultimately writing a great song that's really going to connect with people. So I just wanted to put a little bit of me out into the universe, I suppose, and I set a goal for myself when I joined the Songwriting Academy to have my music out there within 12 months. That was one of the goals. We were encouraged to set multiple goals. Absolutely happening for me. So I'm just really grateful to the Songwriting Academy for giving you that vision and that drive to keep pushing forward, and know that this is possible, and it's not just a dream for you, and you can achieve a lot in a very short space of time, if you really, stay focused, and put your mind to whatever you are passionate about.
So, can you tell me more about your debut single, Listen? But what was it like to go into the actual recording studio when you first went there?
Oh, that was a wonderful experience, because my co-writer, James Bryan, who is based in Canada, was actually touring at the time. So he did my vocal production live from Miami. So I was with James Bryan live from Miami, and I was recording in a studio called 3507 Studio in Preston, with an amazing guy, Nick Sagar, who is a composer himself, who I co-write with as well, and he's a producer, and also was at the Songwriting Academy as well. So I was really delighted to be able to work with him. So he worked on the vocal engineering, and James ultimately worked on the production of the song with me, and we did it live, in real time, as I say, with him over in Miami, and then James has produced the track over in Canada. So it was kind of mind-blowing experience to be able to work with him, literally in my headphones in real time, zoomed in from live from Miami in my ears, and he really kind of made me feel relaxed, and brought out the best kind of emotion that the song kind of needed, because it's such a personal song to me. And he really kind of relaxed me through that process, but brought out that that real authentic kind of empathy that's needed for quite a sensitive subject, but also very happy and uplifting as well. So I was very grateful to him for that experience, with working with a hit songwriter and producer. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic.
So can you tell me more about your debut single released on the 16th of May called Lesson? What's that all about?
Yeah, so Lesson, it's my debut single, as you say, Ruben, and it's basically it's it's about when you hit rock bottom, those moments that can really kind of break you, and I think the song shows kind of the messy and vulnerable parts of yourself that can appear at those moments. That it's when you hit rock bottom and you can't go any further, because you're almost surprised and shocked that you're at that point. That it teaches you to kind of understand who you are and why you're here, and reassess, for myself, my whole kind of reason for being, at the point I was at in my life, having just suffered personal loss of my own dad, which kind of triggered this whole, I suppose, existential crisis almost of questioning who I was. Yeah, I kind of really reflected on, I think because of the age I was thinking, is there more I could be doing? Because my dad was very much gave his life in service to others. And it kind of, it was quite a dark time. I think also as a woman in some ways, and I think as men as well, society can project onto you to be a certain way and show up in a certain way and have achieved a certain thing, in your life, personally or professionally. And I think sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So in a way, it was a lot to deal with, but it kind of, this song was evolved out of that experience of wondering who we are and facing ourselves, literally looking at ourselves in the mirror and asking who is staring back at you, who is that person, who do you believe you are to be now? And if you're not happy with yourself, you can learn from that and ask yourself why and start uncovering that, and that is quite a journey in of itself. But it's a really empowering one, and it's amazing how coming out the other side of that, you can come out a lot stronger. And so the song, the key message in the song is everything happens for you, not to you. So you kind of are not a spectator of your own life. You have that agency of change to be an active participant and make that change. And I think, we underestimate the power we have as individuals and the strength inside us. And especially when we're hit at those moments where life can be really tough, it's amazing what you will find within you, that steeliness. And I thankfully kind of really looked at myself and found that within me, and realized that, this was kind of awful losing my dad, but this has happened. I need to deal with it. It's obviously hit me in a way I didn't expect, but I need to come out of this, and I need to really pull myself back up again. And so music's really kind of been a solace and saved me through that process, and songwriting to express myself. And ultimately I want to help other people if they have inner conflict to express themselves. And if it's co-writing a song with me or with somebody else, I would really encourage people to do that, because that therapy almost for yourself is kind of invaluable to go through that process and express yourself in that way. And actually, if you can create something like a song that you can feel as put your words out there into the universe, or just even if you release it professionally or otherwise, or just make it for yourself, it's kind of a beautiful moment to kind of realize you produce something out the other side of that pain. So through pain comes power, and I think it's amazing what you can create from that and those dark moments.
So, have you got any plans to release new singles or EP or album in future?
Yes, I really want to release an EP, so I'm kind of working on that and bringing a few songs together that will, I think, have a sort of common theme. I write songs for the journey of self-discovery. That's kind of my what I feel really strongly about, that songs that I want to connect with people and their own life experiences. So I may write songs about, for example, personal loss or unconditional love. So I'm really excited for what I will be creating with other people that I co-write with, or whether I write individually. So yes, there's more songs coming, Ruben, following lesson.
So, can you tell me more about Vauxy Victors?
Yes, so Vauxy Victors is my private Facebook community that people can join, and they can find out first and exclusively about my songs. They can get little sneak peeks of studio recordings, so sort of behind the scenes, and they can find out about my merchandise, and also it's the kind of really exciting bit is you can watch me performing on a Facebook Live. So it's a chance for me to get to know you, and you to meet me, meet you, and get to know what music you love and what you're passionate about, and the artists that kind of light up your soul. And so I can kind of really potentially maybe sing some of those covers, and also singing my own original songs. So it's a really great place for people to connect who maybe are like-minded, maybe into the same music, and just have a great time, really. And that will be of an evening where people can log into Facebook and meet me, and we'll have a brilliant night, and yeah, so hopefully feel like quite like sort of party atmosphere, and but maybe a bit emotional at times as well, I'm sure. Yeah.
So, can you tell me more about the Ultimate Artist Release Party happening on Thursday, the 16th of May?
Yes. So the Ultimate Artist Release Party is a final the day of the release of all of the singles of all 15 artists that have been part of the Ultimate Artist Release Programme. So it's a chance for all of our fans and family and friends to come together live on a Zoom and hear all of these amazing original new songs, and just be in that moment with all of these artists where we can all celebrate together and just enjoy fantastic music that people won't have heard before, and will it's quite a privilege I think to hear this new work that has really been created from people bearing their heart and soul through the process of working with these hit songwriters who've really drawn out that authentic story from each of these artists. So I haven't heard them. Everything's been under wraps. So it's going to be really exciting to hear all these different songs that people can pre-save at the moment as well. So ready for the 16th of May. But we just hope as many as possible people will join on the night, and it should be a fantastic party to really celebrate wonderful music and the journey that we've all been on.
So I've got a couple more questions for you. Can you tell me, how's it been an independent artist for you?
Sorry, Ruben, can you just repeat that again?
How's it been an independent artist for you?
Oh, hasn't it? Well, I feel really fully supported as an independent artist through the Songwriting Academy. And I, especially having done this program, I feel I have all the knowledge I need now to release my music professionally. So I feel very kind of, confident within an industry that is quite complex. That I think until I started the program, I had an idea, but I didn't understand, the sort of the administration side, obviously, of songwriting, from registering your song to registering with performing rights societies to ensuring that as an artist and songwriter, you work professionally with your co-writers and you draw up agreements as well. So I just feel like I have every bit of knowledge I could need to fully put my music out there in a way that's it's covered every base, from copyright to just ensuring that the music will be streaming on all of the platforms. And yeah, it's been a wonderful whirlwind, but I'm kind of amazed at what the 15 of us have learned in the 7 weeks. And we're seeing the kind of the end now, where our music's now uploaded to all those platforms, so we'll be able to hear it, and the world will be able to hear these songs in the real world. So very exciting.
So finally, can you tell my listeners where can they find you on your social media?
Yes, so I am on Instagram. I'm at Vauxy Music, Vauxy Music, and you can follow me on Facebook. And my name is Vauxy Music Official, and you can join my Vauxy Victors community, private community. So they're the two ways that you can find out about me. And my Instagram has a link tree as well, where I'll be updating the links all the time, so you can find out about my latest release and the release party as well, signing up for that.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
It's been amazing. Thank you very much, Ruben. Thanks for the interview.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, enjoy your day too. Thank you.
And goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.